Hi guys, it's me, Countess. Happy holidays. I really hope that all of you and your loved ones are having a simply wonderful Christmas time. um, yeah, it's been really hectic for me this last week, just kind of trying to tie up loose ends and finish shopping and make sure that, everything is baked. Tomorrow I get to make a traditional German dish that in my family. So I have Slavic on my dad's side and German on my mom's side. So we celebrate the Slavic with the Christmas Hoska bread. And then for the German tradition, we make these sort of like meat pies that have yummy ground beef, cabbage, onion, like all that stuff. They're so good. They're kind of tedious to make, so that's why we only make them once a year. We call them Grobby Rocks. I do not know German, and with my mispronunciation, I think they are called Begrapsbiraks, something like that. But we call them Grobby Rocks for short, and they're really yummy. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So like I said, my presentation video is going to come after all the holiday drama. I actually have all next week off of work. So I will have more time to sit down and actually bring this presentation to you guys. So I look forward to doing it too. But yeah, so as far as today goes, we're going to go to the table and we are going to do an exploration on Mr. Richard RiNgo Starkey. RiNgo stArr. RiNgo. And this request comes from one of my subscribers, Raymond Richardson. He, just wants to see if we can tap into any sort of energy that surrounds Ringo's position in the band. He was kind of in the background a lot. Him and George were not in the spotlight as much as Paul and John were. So, I don't know. Raymond kind of just wants to see what Ringo's actual position in the band was. Like, what was his purpose? So we'll see if we can get some sort of insight, or we can even, maybe see what his kind of state of mind was with being in the band. But yeah, we're going to dedicate this reading to rock and roll's best drummer, self-declared by RiNgo himself. I will let you guys decide for yourselves on that one, if you agree with it or not. It's like, yes, he was / is a talented drummer, but Pete Best was way better. And the memoirs actually tells us that they had to replace Pete Best because he was such a dominant force, dominant in his drumming and I guess in his presence in the band. So they got rid of him and brought RiNgo in. And, the mainstream narrative is like, yeah, well, he was there performing in Hamburg with Rory and the Hurricanes. And, Pete Best started to become unreliable. So since RiNgo was hanging out with the Beatles, after performances or whatever, they asked him to join, and George Martin went on the record even to say that he he didn't see what the big deal was, you know, about RiNgo. Like, no, he didn't want to use RiNgo. He wanted to use, and he did use other drummers on the initial recordings that they did in their first, maybe probably, I don't know how many albums, but definitely their first couple of albums. He didn't have the talent to get a beat down. Quincy Jones has actually been on the record too to state this, that, you know, RiNgo ain't shit. You know, pretty much all of the Beatles aren't shit to Quincy Jones. Anyways, so yeah, let's get into the cards. And again, I wish you all the very, very best in the upcoming new year. I thank you so much for tuning in and, you know, hanging out with me through these videos. And I just cannot believe the growth I have received in my channel over the last couple of months. It's amazing, and it's very humbling as well. And I just want to make sure that I deliver, you know, the best sort of tarot reading that I can, that I deliver the best information that I can to you guys. It's very important to me because you're taking time out of your day to watch my videos. So I want to make sure that it's worth it in some capacity. And I do realize that tarot is not for everybody, and that's fine. I totally get that. But we always have other videos that are not tarot based to take a look at as well. So, all right, guys. So without any other further delay, Feliz Navidad, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a very, very healthy and blessed New Year's to you all. Thank you so much for all of your support and encouragement. And I look forward to going on more voyages with you guys in the upcoming year. So let's get into the cards. All right, guys. Well, welcome one and all to the table. Merry Christmas to all of you. Yeah, so tonight I'm going to be using my tattoo tarot deck again. I got a request by the lovely Louise to try using them a little bit more because they're easier to see. And I get that sometimes. I try to get the lighting as best I can onto the table, but sometimes it doesn't. They don't show up very well because you get a glare. But again, guys, you're going to have to bear with me because these cards, as I said, are very slippery. And my hand is also a bit sore, so I don't know about this shuffling business. Anyways, okay, so we are going to explore Emperor reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed. Those are two key characters we have seen many times in our readings. But tonight we are going to talk about Mr. RiNgo stArr. You know, remember that the memoirs tells us that RiNgo was also desirable because of his name and what his name conjured. You know, the rings of Saturn, Lord of the Rings. He loved wearing his flashy rings, so that is why he was called RiNgo. But there was also, of course, a whole other meaning to his nickname. So we want to know, you know, what was RiNgo's place in the Beatles. What was his purpose? You know, what was his sort of state of mind in the band? Being, you know, one of the band members that, again, was not in the limelight much. He was always known as kind of like the lovable, cheeky, chappy kind of guy, you know, always had a smile on his face. Peace and love, right? Where have we heard those themes before? A propaganda that he is pushing, because that is what the whole entire philosophy of Thelema is all about. Peace and love. Love under will. Love is the law. Right? So, you know, he's getting up there in age as well. Him and Billy are, it's just kind of amazing to me that they're still rocking, you know, like, I think of my father, you know, my father is 75 now and has to, you know, have a hearing aid, and I mean, he's still doing well, you know, but he's gone through a lot of back surgeries, and he just doesn't look the way Billy and RiNgo look, and gotta wonder, you know, the Tower reversed and the Ten of Wands reversed. Burden and chaos. Wow. Okay. And also, guys, it will be interesting to see if we get the star card. Because I know in one of my other videos, when I went through this article that I had found on the American Theosophical Society's page about what tarot card represents which beetle. And RiNgo, of course, came up as the star. You know, I think that was also kind of a lazy assertion of putting the archetypes together. You know, I could see, yeah, Billy, we all know Billy is the Fool. The Hermit fits with George perfect, but I'm not so sure that John was the Magician, you know, or RiNgo the Star. So, I don't know. I guess that could be up to debate. But, anyways, yeah. So, let's see if we can find out what Mr. Starkey's position was in the Beatles, or just in general. Okay. So, we got a couple jumpers. What information do we need to know pertaining to Mr. Starkey? Ugh, it's so hard to do this slow, but they're all slippery. Okay, that's gonna have to do. Let's get the jumpers. We have the Four of Wands, and oh my God, you guys, the Star reversed. Uh-oh, I put it in the wrong place. My bad. We got the Star, guys, and it jumped out of the deck. Oh my God, you can't make this up. You guys saw it too. Then we have the King of Wands reversed. Okay. Then we have the Two of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to do just one of these shuffles. Wow, guys. Of course, that reminds me of that one spread when the Fool just came out of the deck. It's like, I just can't get over how uncanny this stuff is. Like, seriously. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. The Two of Cups. Interesting. Huh. The High Priestess, guys. Oh, she's here. Masonic ties. And the Five of Cups reversed. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, guys, some repeating themes in this one. Definitely, right? Oh, oh, goodness. And there's a lot of cups. Look at this whole row. Sans the High Priestess cups. Oh, my goodness. Okay. The Chariot reversed again. We get that card so much, so many times. Eight of Swords reversed. Oop. Eight of Coins reversed. So we have 2 8s and we have two values. Duality is at play and a state of mind of, oh, another 2. So, oh, shit. Okay. Wow. Wow. So let's address the numerology first. We have 3 2s on the board. 2 of Wands. We have the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Cups. So 3 2s in a tarot reading can represent partnerships, multiple partnerships with people. Also, it can be the theme of duality that's woven into the overall theme of the board. But 3 2s together signals partnerships. Okay, and then we have 2 8s down here. And 2 8s is sort of represents a disciplined state of mind. Like it's about willpower and being a strong-minded person. So that is the overall theme of this read. So we're going to be talking about his partnerships. So obviously I'm automatically feeling his partnership in the band. That is what we're wanting to know. And lo and behold, we got him, his archetype on the board as a jumper. It jumped out of the deck again, guys. This stuff happens for a reason. Okay, so let's begin. The 4 of Wands reverse. So this card can, in reverse, can symbolize a sort of insecurity. It can symbolize communicational problems as well. And paired with the Star in reverse, the Star being a major arcana card, that is a card that in reverse will show, you know, the mentality of the person is that everybody's against them. The universe is punishing you for some reason because you're the victim in everything, in this whole situation. The universe hates you, so that's why things are going to shit, basically. Can also symbolize missed opportunities, or even just a sort of overall feeling of despair. So that's going hand in hand with insecurity and a block in communication. Partnered with the King of Wands now. So the King of Wands in reverse shows a lack of direction. It shows no enthusiasm for anything. It can show a man who has kind of like sensitive pride, like takes offense to things very quickly. It's just, don't attack his pride, because it is, yeah, he's very sensitive to like that. So like criticism, or it can also show no direction, like a lack of direction, paired with the Two of Swords, a hard choice. It's a decision that you have to make, but he's not sure what choice he should make. This card is basically showing somebody who's at a crossroads, who, you know, doesn't know whether to go up or down, left or right. So, so what I can see, this first row is not very good. It's showing RiNgo, Richard, as somebody who is very insecure, in a sort of down state of mind, because he's missed opportunities in the past, and he thinks that the universe and everybody else is out to get him, and has no, but he has no direction and no enthusiasm, and therefore he's not equipped to make a decision or have a part in the decision at hand. Okay, so let's go down to this next row, which I find highly, highly intriguing. So we start with the Three of Cups upright. So this cup is a generally positive card. It is a card that symbolizes friendship. It can symbolize celebrations, that you're emotionally connected to the friends, you know. Again, the overall theme of this is about partnerships, with the 3 2s in the reading, with the numerology. So it's showing somebody who is emotionally connected to his friends. But this card can also symbolize indulgence, overindulgence in alcohol. You know, the cups are flowing with wine, and yeah, or, you know, drugs. So that is something that can be dangerous road to go down. Funny enough, though, we're coming into the Two of Cups right next to it. The Two of Cups is the relationship card. It is the card that symbols two people coming together, and it can be a platonic relationship, or it could be a romantic relationship. It's just about a relationship. But I can see that it's not a healthy relationship paired with this card. There's a lot of emotion connected to the friendships at hand. So we're going to say hello to the High Priestess again. The card of duality. It is the card of Masonic symbolism, you know, the pillars of duality. And she sits in the middle. She is the moon goddess, right? We've learned that in past videos that I've made. The High Priestess symbolizes spirituality, enlightenment within, inner illumination. She signals a hidden talent. She can symbolize intuition, mysteries about things that have not yet been revealed. So my gut reaction, like even when I laid the card down, you guys heard me, Masonic connections right here. So, and then paired with these two cards that signal relationships and friendships, that is tied into this archetype of the Masons. I mean, I don't feel like I'm making a jump there. I don't feel like I'm at all making a jump there. That is what my gut is telling me, because we are in a very highly emotionally charged row right here, and it's all about relationships and partnerships, and those are all established under the High Priestess watchful eye, aka the Masons, basically. So I don't know if any of you guys see anything differently there. Please let me know. But we've had her come up in a couple of the readings with the Beatles. You know, there are a lot of cards that we don't pull, you know, but it seems like the general theme, you know, we get repeating cards. In whatever decks I use, we get these same archetypal cards that come out with these guys. And I just find that so fascinating. Yeah, so let's move to the Five of Cups in reverse. So this can actually show a sort of overcoming of obstacles. You are getting over any personal setbacks, you know, the lack of direction and the victim mentality, basically. You know, the decision has been made by him or by somebody else, and that is helping this individual overcome his setbacks because of connections that he's made. Wow, guys, this is just nuts. Okay, totally tying into the whole, he was a part of the Tavistock situation. To me, that's what this is showing. So funny enough, guys, we get down to the Chariot in reverse. So Chariot in reverse also shows no direction. You know, you can't move forward because you lack the motivation and direction to stick to your goals. You know, it is a card that represents willpower, you know, and that goes back into the top row here, you know, no direction from the King of Wands in reverse, you know, the just no direction and no enthusiasm in life. And I find this very interesting because this insecurity is making this direction, or making him not being able to move forward. And I see this, you know, as indulgence here. And with these three cards pairing up, I do see this as a sort of self-medication because of the insecurity. But he's just not able to get over it. And he has no willpower when it comes to the booze and whatnot. Yeah, so then we go to the Eight of Swords reversed. So the Eight of Swords reversed represents finding solutions. So it's kind of in you know, the same vein as the Five of Cups reversed. You are being released from whatever was holding you back. So I find this is the obstacle, you know, being in that victim mentality of, you know, I'm being punished for things that I did years ago or whatever, and everybody's against me. Oh, but then this positive and harmonious relationship of sorts, partnership, comes to light. And again, he's able to move on and be freed from the just despair that he was in. Very, very interesting, because that's exactly what this row going this way showed, that he was able to move on because of partnerships. Very, very interesting, guys. Okay, so we get to the 8 of Coins reversed, the 8 of Pentacles reversed. And so this card usually symbolizes a hard worker, like almost a workaholic. And reversed, though, it shows somebody who has been working hard on something but not getting the results that they sort of expected to get. So it is a sort of block. This coin can also be a sort of warning to the individual to not make their work their identity. You know, a lot of people can't leave work at work, and they bring it into the home or bring it into their personal life, and you know, they are not able to function as anybody but that professional, that work, you know, that businessman who has his shit together or whatever. His identity is totally interwoven into his work. So RiNgo's identity is known, you know, the Beatles, as the Beatles drummer, right? And that's pretty much all he has been really famous for throughout the years. I mean, he did have a pretty successful solo career in the 70s, but after that, you know, it's, I don't know, he just gets wrapped up in his work persona. So, and I see that because, you know, the King of Wands reverse can also be somebody who is a bit tyrannical, somebody who just flies off the handle, you know, and paired with this sort of, it's weird with the High Priestess in the middle of this, because the High Priestess, I'm seeing this as a sort of secret, like a mystery is right here, involving his identity and his sort of lack of direction and being a sensitive Sally over everything. I'm thinking that it has something to do with that he is just hung up in his identity as a former Beatle, the Beatles drummer, you know. I don't know, I feel like there is a mystery regarding his identity. I know that sounds really weird, but that's, you know, that's what I'm getting here, because the High Priestess she's like the most mysterious of all in the entire major arcana, actually in the entire deck, you know, because she represents the mysteries. And the 8 of Coins being like kind of the workaholic, there's really, I don't know, guys. I'm a little stuck on this one. Again, if any of you see something that I'm missing here, please drop it in the comments. I don't want... There's a mystery here in RiNgo's professional identity. That's what I'm seeing up here. I don't know. But we're also seeing again, you know, no direction, can't move forward. His hard work isn't paying off. He is basically just not being successful. I'm sorry, this one is like he's trying to find solutions, but he's not coming up successful. And then the Two of Wands upright is a card that is planning for the future. It is a card that is kind of like, should I stay or should I go? And that ties into the decision that has to be made. And yeah, this is a very, very interesting card to get, because with the Five of Cups in reverse, that is all about overcoming obstacles and finding solutions and planning for the future. So the choice that is, he has a choice of some sort that involves his future. That I don't know. Again, guys, I'm a little bit stumped here. So a difficult choice, but he overcame his obstacles, and now he's planning for his future. Perhaps. I don't know. But the overall theme here, you know, we're going from sort of a block in communication and insecurity, and we're ending with planning for the future and trying to decide on maybe that was if he should, you know, go join the Beatles, because I'm seeing here that the opportunity was given to him through these friendships, because he was not doing too well. And even after, I think this is a sort of, if he doesn't accept this opportunity, this is what is going to become of his life. You know, he won't be able to move forward and plan for the future. So I feel like he I don't know, he was given the opportunity to join the Beatles, and he joined because basically he had no other choice. He had no other prospects. And his joining the Beatles was highly, highly backed by the Freemasons. You know, and he developed an indulgence problem because of insecurity. You know, he's just always been sort of a lackluster, unenthusiastic individual. And I think in a way he was, I don't know, forced to join the Beatles, but there's some sort of, there's something here that, again, guys, if you can see something that I'm not seeing, let me know. But there's some sort of mystery here about RiNgo and his, oh, maybe it is, you know, his position in the Beatles. I don't know. Again, we're getting more questions than answers, I feel. But nonetheless, we are being shown that his joining the Beatles was all backed by again, the Tavistock machine that was backed by the Masonic lodges and whatnot. So let's draw some more cards. We have the Ace of Coins. Okay. King of Cups. Okay. Another King. Three of Wands reversed. It's interesting because we're getting some like numerological sequences. You know, we have the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, Two of Cups, Three of Cups. I find that interesting. All right, let me just shuffle these guys up. Draw a few more cards. See if we can get a little bit more insight. Guess who joined the party, guys? the fool on the hill joined the party. Hello, Billy. Nice to see you on the board. Oh, El Diablo. Oh my God, you guys. Holy shit. And then the Page of Coins in reverse. Holy moly. I'm just tripping out a little bit here, guys, because, oh my God. Okay, right, so we all know that Billy represents the Fool. Well, in past readings that I've done in my decks, the Page of Pentacles represents Mr. McCartney. And we get the Page of Pentacles in reverse often when it is about McCartney. So I find it very eerie that the devil is in between these two cards, you guys. Yeah, I'm... Okay. So the Ace of Coins represents sort of like, again, aces represent new beginnings. And this can be a sign of, you know, planting the seed of stability and security. So by RiNgo joining the Beatles, it has given him the opportunity for security and material stability. So the King of Cups, so he's, you know, he is the most influential card in the Cups suit, representing, you know, somebody who is loyal, somebody who is creative. He represents the unconscious sometimes, and that also, and we'll get down to this, but that pairs very well with El Diablo. The Three of Wands in reverse, again, signals to self-doubt and insecurity. It's showing there's too much going on, and there is a sort of failure because of what all's going on. So, you know, too much going on kind of pairs in with the Fool reversed. You know, the Fool reversed represents, it can represent chaos going on. So, yeah, there's a new beginning, but the new beginning is full of chaos, or it can show a lack of direction again. You know, all of these cards just show that RiNgo really had no direction. He just did what he was told to do. He did what was expected of him to do. That's what it's telling me, because the Fool reverse is also naivete and, you know, blindly trusting people who you probably shouldn't. you know, and that's paired in with this new beginning with this band. And as I said, so we get to the devil. And so the devil can, oh my God, you guys, like I said, King of Cups represents the unconscious, basically. And the devil represents the shadow self, the shadow side of an individual. Oh, but it also shows addiction, you know, bondage. You are trapped, and you know, it can dependency, depression. Right here with the other card of indulgence, you have the most major card of indulgence. So it shows he had a very dark side to him that was full of his addictions and whatnot that came from a seed of doubt that was planted in him. He never felt like he measured up to anybody else. And again, you know, the Page of Pentacles reversed, the Knave of Coins reversed. Paul McCartney, biological Paul. This is Billy McCartney. You know, wow. The deal with the devil, you guys. I just find this so fucking creepy that they came out this way. Ugh. So the Page of Pentacles in reverse shows, again, no focus, a lack of direction. There is burnout, you know, and the burnout is a cause of the addictions and the indulgence, the hedonism that came with joining this band. But it also came as a result of a seed that was planted in him of doubt and insecurity. Basically, guys, RiNgo had, and I don't know about his current status, but no willpower. Absolutely no willpower, and just felt like the world was against him. So he just said, fuck it, and indulged. You know, that's what this is showing me. And I'm just, wow, I'm amazed at these cards. They don't really have much, I mean, they could have something to do with RiNgo, but in the overall scheme of things, you know, and the Faustian bargain said to have been made by biological Paul. I just find this so eerie. And what do you guys think? I mean, I'm just seeing that RiNgo really just did what he was told. He was handled, basically. He was a product of this whole Tavistock situation backed by the Freemasons, right? And could never really make any decisions on his own. So he did what he was told. But he had issues with addictions and indulgences and hedonism, and was blindly being led through this whole process of the Beatles. That is what these cards are showing me, guys. So let's wrap this up. This has turned into quite the long reading, and quite the most fascinating reading, actually. I'm blown away by this, you guys. I really am. Like, okay. Oh, death. Okay. Oh, whoa. And then we have the Three of Swords. Another 3. Again, you guys, we have another numerological sequence. We have the 2 of Swords and the 3 of Swords now on the board. You know, yes, there is definitely numerology going on here. So, but I'm finding it. So again, you know, I'm just finding this Very interesting. Death signals a new beginning, a major transformation, right? So now we have three values on the table. And again, that represents a theme of partnerships, that you are trying to make partnerships with people. Oh, look, guys, the deck was turned over and the sun was showing. Here comes the sun. Wow, guys. Okay, so a major new transformation and the Three of Swords in reverse. You know, it shows that somebody, you know, you've gone through a really rough patch. You've really gone through some shit, right? And you are moving forward. You've suffered a loss, but you will move forward. And that ties hand in hand with the Death card, with the new transformation. So that tells me that he was able to get a hold of himself eventually and transform himself, basically, kind of letting go of all of this stuff. Or it just tells me that all of his hedonism basically caused a major transformation in his life that caused loss and suffering. You know, this really is a doozy of a spread, you guys, because we got both cards of indulgence and addiction. We got the actual physical layout of the cards that show Billy, the devil sandwiched between Billy and Paul McCartney. It's like, this was a crazy read. Okay, and then so the Five of Coins reversed. That signals overcoming obstacles, basically. It is, yeah, Five of Pentacles upright is the card of poverty, and, you know, desolation and despair. And in reverse, it is a card showing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, basically. So ending on that, RiNgo really did go through some shit, and I see that he was just like a mind control victim. You know, he was handled through his life. He had others who made decisions for him. He had a lot of doubt. You know, his position in the Beatles, I don't see anything saying that he was of any significance. I think he was put into the Beatles, like the memoirs tell us, because he was easy to control. He was easy to manipulate, and he went along with what the plan was. And that's it. That's why he worked out. You know, that's why George Martin had to relent and let him join. Is because he was just basically easy to trick, easy to manipulate. Okay, guys, so I'm going to wrap this one up, and I'm going to draw us a daily affirmation card just to kind of clear the air here. And wow, again, please tell me what you guys think about this spread. This is an epic spread, guys. I just cannot believe the way, esoterically, the way things laid out here today. And we were really told about, you know, RiNgo's character, that he was a very selfish person that gives into the hedonistic lifestyle, and it was very easy to control, very naive, and very just no direction, no enthusiasm about anything. He just did what he was told. Very sad. Okay. We got unicorn. See the elegant magic of your individuality. There you go, guys. All right. That is it for me. And again, I wish you all a marvelous, marvelous Christmas and a safe, healthy, and happy New Year. And I will most likely be seeing you sometime after Christmas with some more videos. So until then, guys, I will say goodbye and let me know what you think about this crazy spread. Please let me know, because I am just, again, wow. I cannot believe this. I am just blown away by this, you guys. It is a trip. So let me know what you think. So until we see each other again, it's been swell. Bye, guys.